Life is great, but cheese makes it better. We all know that.
I love cheese!
Packed with calcium, protein, and oh so much flavor, this goodness has been making our taste buds dance for centuries. Whether it's melted on pizza, stuffed into sandwiches, dripping off burgers, or turned into a dip we shamelessly dunk everything into, cheese has certainly earned its spot in kitchens everywhere. Sure, we all know the classics like feta, mozzarella, and cheddar, but every corner of the world has its own cheesy masterpiece. So let's take a delicious trip around the globe as we uncover how the top 10 cheeses are made. At number 10 is the pride of Switzerland, Gruyère cheese. Gruyère is not just any cheese, it's the ultimate melt-worthy masterpiece. This nutty, slightly sweet cheese gets its magic from a delicate process, starting with fresh, unpasteurized cow's milk delivered from local farmers. The milk is gently heated, curdled, and the resulting curds are pressed into massive 70-pound wheels. These wheels are then bathed in salt and aged for months to develop that distinct, smooth texture and complex flavor. But here's the beautiful thing about this cheese. Gruyère gets better with age, becoming even richer in taste. Perfect for fondue or that bubbling layer on French onion soup. Plus, Swiss law ensures that the cows who contribute to this deliciousness only munch on grass, giving Gruyère its unmatched quality. Number 9. United States Monterey Jack cheese. Monterey Jack, California's mild-mannered cheese hero, isn't just for sandwiches and burgers. It has a pretty fascinating origin story. It all starts with pasteurized cow's milk that goes through a strict quality control check. Once it passes, the milk is heated and cultures are added to kick off the cheese-making process. Rennet is introduced to coagulate the milk, forming curds, which are then cut into small pieces and gently heated to release whey. Now the magic happens when those curds are pressed into molds, salted, and often dunked into a brine bath for flavor and preservation. The cheese is aged from anywhere from a few weeks to several months in carefully controlled environments. High-moisture versions like the classic Monterey Jack are mild and creamy, perfect for melting in dishes like quesadillas or enchiladas. If you age it longer, you get Dry Jack, a firmer, more intense version that's like the older, bolder sibling, great for grating over pasta or soups. Number 8. The Great Parmesan cheese, all the way from Italy. Parmesan, or Parmigiano Reggiano as it's known in Italy, is like the royalty of cheese. It's sharp, nutty, and takes its time to mature. This hard, granular delight is made from cow's milk and aged for at least 12 months, but some wheels can sit around for years. The process is a bit like crafting a culinary masterpiece. The milk comes from cows grazing on the lush grasses of Emilia-Romagna. The key to Parmesan's signature flavor lies in the exact blend of bacteria that thrive in this region. Add in some calf rennet to help curdle the milk, and voila, the magic begins. The curds are then heated, pressed into iconic wheel molds, and salted for days. But Parmesan doesn't hit your plate right away. It spends a solid year or longer maturing, developing that famous crumbly texture and salty bite that turns every pasta, salad, and soup into an Italian dream. Number 7. Brunost cheese, Norway. Brunost, or Norwegian brown cheese, is one of the most unique cheeses you'll ever come across. Think of it as cheese meets caramel. Made by boiling a mixture of whey, milk, and cream for hours, it gets its rich, fudge-like flavor from caramelizing the milk sugars, which also gives it that signature brown hue. It's more dessert-like than most cheeses, but don't let that fool you. It pairs perfectly with bread, waffles, or crisp bread for a savory, sweet combo that Norwegians swear by. The magic happens when the water evaporates from the whey, leaving behind a thick, creamy cheese that's ready to eat almost immediately. Brunost's texture is smooth, making it easy to slice and enjoy as a topping. It's especially popular in Norway's packed lunches or on waffles, because why not add a little sweetness to your day? At number 6, goat cheese of France. Goat cheese, or as the French like to call it, chèvre, is one of the oldest cheeses in the world. It's the tangy, creamy cheese that comes in all shapes and sizes, from soft and spreadable to crumbly and aged. It's made from either raw or pasteurized goat milk, which is gently warmed to get the curdling process going. After adding a starter culture and rennet, the milk transforms into curds over a couple of days. These curds are then drained, salted, and sometimes dusted with herbs or even ash for that extra rustic vibe. Some chèvre is fresh and creamy, while others are aged up to a year, taking on a sharper, more intense flavor. The longer it ages, the harder and more crumbly it gets. Perfect for spreading on a baguette or crumbling over a salad, this versatile cheese doesn't melt like cow's milk cheese. It softens. So it's ideal for dishes where you want to keep some structure, like pizza or pasta. Number 5. Gouda cheese, Netherlands. Gouda, the Dutch delight, is like the grand master of cheeses, blending craftsmanship and tradition with a whole lot of flavor. Named after the Dutch city of Gouda, this cheese has been around since medieval times and still follows a pretty meticulous process. The cheese is made from high-quality cow's milk, which is gently heated and mixed with rennet and starter cultures. Once curdled, the curds are cut into pieces and molded into wheels, with every last drop of whey pressed out. But here's where Gouda gets its signature taste. It takes a salt bath, brining for a few days to lock in that savory punch. Afterward, it heads to temperature-controlled rooms for aging. Whether it's young, a few weeks, or aged for years, the flavor evolves, becoming nuttier and more caramel-like as time passes. Young Gouda is smooth and creamy, perfect for melting. The aged varieties, however, get firmer and pack a serious flavor punch, which is why they're so popular on cheese boards and in gourmet dishes. Number 4. We have cottage cheese from India. Cottage cheese, also known as paneer, is traditionally made from cow or buffalo milk. Once the milk is boiled, an acid like lemon juice or vinegar is added to curdle it. The curds and whey get separated. The curds are then strained through cheesecloth, pressed under a weight to remove excess moisture, and after a bit of chilling, you've got a firm, creamy block of paneer ready to roll. Number 3. Mascarpone cheese, Italy. This creamy treasure of Italy is made using a process that's both simple and delightfully indulgent. This fresh cheese is made with high-quality pasteurized cow's milk. The first step is to gently heat the cream until it reaches around 185 degrees Fahrenheit. Then an acid, usually citric acid or lemon juice, is added to the heated cream. After allowing the mixture to cool slightly, the curds are carefully drained through a fine cheesecloth or strainer, leaving behind that velvety, thick consistency that mascarpone is known for. The remaining whey is discarded, and the curds are then mixed until they achieve a smooth, creamy texture. Mascarpone isn't just a cheese, it's the key ingredient in classic Italian desserts. Its subtly sweet flavor and luxurious texture make it a favorite in both sweet and savory dishes, adding richness to everything it touches. Number 2. Ricotta cheese, Italy. Ricotta cheese is created from the leftover whey. To make this cheese, cheesemakers heat this whey until it's bubbling hot, add a splash of milk and a dash of acid to kickstart the coagulation. As the mixture heats to around 175 degrees Fahrenheit, the whey proteins start to mix together, forming soft curds. Once those curds have formed, they're gently strained to remove excess liquid, resulting in the light, airy texture that ricotta is famous for. With its subtly sweet flavor and creamy fluffiness, ricotta is really that Italian superstar in both savory and sweet dishes. At the top of our list, blue cheese, France. Blue cheese is like the wild child of the cheese world, pungent, bold, and definitely not shy. This cheese from France gets its signature blue-green veins from Penicillium roqueforti, a mold that works magic during its aging process. But don't worry, it's a good kind of mold. It's made from cow's, sheep's, or even goat's milk, which is pasteurized and treated with cultures that convert lactose into lactic acid. Then rennet is added to help the milk solidify into curds. As the curds are shaped into their wheel-like forms, the mold is sprinkled in and the cheese is left to age for 60 to 90 days. During this time, stainless steel rods poke holes into the cheese, letting in oxygen so the mold can thrive and create those iconic blue veins. This then creates the strong, tangy flavor that's sharp, earthy, and even a bit nutty, depending on the variety. Which one is your favorite cheese? Do let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. See you in the next video.